Hello everybody, I am here making a video today because I am having some trouble with Logic Pro and I do not know how to fix it, and it's taking a huge toll on my computer in terms of RAM when I'm making music, and putting a huge, making a huge dent in my ability to create music. So I'm looking to get this fixed. I'm going to show you an example of the problem that I've been having, and then describe why I think that I'm having that problem, and what I'm doing that I don't think should be causing it, but I'm probably doing something wrong in the process that would cause it, and I hope that you guys can figure that out for me. So here is the problem that I'm having. So hopefully you could hear that. Seemingly at random, the song will jump to a very high volume or a very low volume, and it can get very distracting. And it's not just one song, but rather different tracks within the song, and obviously that's infuriating. So the problem I've determined, well, what I'm trying to do is create a whole song using MIDI instruments and using instances, connecting the external MIDI instruments to instances using their channels, so that I can load a bunch of samples into an instance and use the external MIDIs to draw upon those samples, rather than by loading them all into different spaces for the RAM, because obviously that is a nightmare on my computer. So I've determined that the problem is that all of these volume changes... Okay, so I have three instances set up. One for harp, percussion, and woodwinds, one for pianos and keyboard-like instruments, and one for strings. And I've determined that within each of those instances, any external MIDI track is reading all of the volume changes for every MIDI track in that instance. So rather than the viola section reading just these lines, it's reading these lines, and these lines, and these lines, and these lines, and all 15 others. So I'm going to show you the setup that I have right now, and hopefully we can figure out what's wrong. So I have the instances set up in this window here, and I have all 16 channels open, and I have it linked to this track here. And we're going to go into play on this track and check the channels. We have 15 different channels, each with a different string instrument. And it seems to be working all fine. As far as all the outputs go. But obviously what I'm having trouble with is the volume when we use an external MIDI instrument. So I'm going to go to the media browser here and show you, maybe, no. How are we going to get here? There we go. And so here in the library we have the instance called strings, and we have all 16 different channels for it. And so what I do is I click on this track, click on library, click here, and set it up that way. And I've tried changing the channel here in the automation, and saying channel 1 volume instead of channel 2 volume, or channel 3 volume, channel 4 volume, and that doesn't work. I don't know why it doesn't work, but it's not working. I feel like that should be the solution, but it's clearly not. And the other, I cannot remember right now what the other thing I tried was, and I apologize for that, but it just, obviously I'm missing something big here, and I just need a way that the MIDI instruments can be run through their own individual volume tracks, rather than reading all the volume tracks that that instance is reading. And I've tried um, I've tried I've tried finding a place where I can send them to a different output. Here in these kinds of tracks, you can do where is it? Yeah, the sends. I'm sorry, the sends. I'm still kind of new at the whole mastering side of this. I've tried doing that, but if that's the solution, I didn't do it right. So I'm just looking for your help. If any of you know of something that can maybe fix this, or something I'm hugely overlooking, or can offer your help in any way, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you, and I hope we can figure something out. And if not, what is the most powerful PC-based DAW that I could use instead for this kind of music, this kind of using orchestral samples to create music, MIDI music. Yes, but thank you for listening. Thank you in the future for helping, and I hope we can figure this out. Thanks.